Hello, my garden friends. I wanted to show you what we are doing this summer to provide ourselves with a nice salad every day at dinner. If it gets boring, then we could make it 6 days a week. But for the most part, we like having whatever we're going to have, our entree, and then we have a side salad. And all during the winter, last fall and this winter, we had Bib lettuce and we had leaf lettuce. And I grew them in these 4 trays that I have had since I think 83 or 84. And I used to use them for my little Johnny jump ups and little violas, which is a Johnny jump up, but just anything in that little pansy family. But now I'm growing, this is balsam, and it's a peppermint balsam. The blooms are edible. They have a balsam kind of nice little fragrance, and I think they're a little spicy. I've never eaten them, but I'm going to try. And so these have been in the ground now. I actually put them in starter pots as a seed 5.5 weeks ago. And then 2.5 weeks ago, I planted these 3 with the balsam. And then I underplanted it with the Chinese. This is an amaranth. I'm going to get my seeds wet here. But it's supposed to come up in a couple days, and then I think, does it say ready? And I don't remember how long it was going to take till it was ready. I would think, 30 to 40 days. Well, I'll tell you what, this is 2.5 weeks, which is 17 days, and this is the best I've gotten, so I don't think in another 20 days it's going to be ready to eat, but I might be able to get a little harvest off of it. And let me pull these out because they're going to get wet. We don't want our seeds to get wet. Bad, bad, bad. So anyway, here's my story. So the balsam here is at the top. That's this part. And then I have the this is a Chinese mustard, Chinese spinach, excuse me, growing underneath it. So I'm hoping that that's going to be a nice portion, nice part of our salad. And then over here, these are cosmos. Let me pull that seed out. And that's what this is supposed to look like. And the blooms are also edible. So I've underplanted that with just some two-tone lettuce. It's both let me pull my little, the gourmet blend. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed here. And here's the gourmet blend, and we've had this several times, and it comes up, and the seeds are actually almost a creamy white, and then a dark, almost black seed, and so you're going to get that two-tone lettuce. And so, how cool. Anyway, it looks pretty, and I have these planters. I have them on my steps coming up to my house, and you guys have all seen that, so you know what I'm talking about. And I'll real quick just run you over and show you. So when my neighbors come along, they go, "What are you growing?" And I said, "We're growing dinner." And so I normally have them just out here in those little empty spots that I want to show you. And marigolds and more forget-me-nots and Shasta daisies and all sorts of things. And it's fun. And the marigolds, of course, are edible. I have nasturtiums back here that look like they're just ready to bloom, and of course they're edible. Oh, and I wanted to show you, I just found this. My tomato, I thought, gee, I don't know, it doesn't look very happy. I think I'm about ready to throw it out. And then all of a sudden, what do I see but a little tomato back there. It's trying to produce. And this is supposed to be a white tomato. It looks like a creamy yellow, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. And so let me just run you back over. Oh, you have to stop and look at my marigolds, looking lovely as ever. And the front yard, Gwendolyn, of course, standing watch. But here's back to these pots. And oh, I know what I wanted to show you was what I saw is, look at this. You can see they're already starting to form their little blossoms. I think they'll just be dynamic looking if they're come out in a peppermint look of the red and white, and also have a fragrance. I mean, who could ask for more? But what I've really been getting a lot of is the giant Japanese red, and that's this, the giant Japanese red mustard that tastes like wasabi. And so I've got another pot. I mean, I've got it everywhere now, but I've got another pot here so that we can start picking off of this. And let me just put my seeds down so they don't blow away. Sorry. And this is basil that I've been growing for over a year now. And when it gets to this point and it's going to start flowering, then all I do is I come back in here and I pinch that off, and then that will separate, and it just keeps on going. I keep cutting it back and it keeps on going. I mean, I've probably gotten, I don't know, I can't even think of how to weigh it because it's so light, but I've been getting basil off of it for over a year. But anyway, back to the Japanese mustard. It grows so well that I have it growing not only just in this pot, but every time I take it up, then I get some new starts, and I think, well, let me plant it somewhere else. Let me just show you what a great ornamental it makes to grow in between your flowers. If you come down here, back down, I stuck it out down here. Oops, there goes a butterfly. In here, here's more of the balsam. There's 3 of those. And then you can see I stuck in 1, 2, 3 of the Japanese giant mustard. I mean, it's just, did I put in anywhere else? Oh no, there's more balsam. But then over here, this was the older. This is the one that's really been growing so well. And then I had some little starts, and so I put them back here, and they're really they get the morning sun, and they get irrigated by not only our irrigation 4 times a week, but my neighbor has his on. So it's, really doing a great job. And it's such a wonderful, I think somebody got in here last night, didn't they? Look at that. What a shame. But you can just break it off, and you pick it from down at the bottom. I had somebody get in my backyard last night and looked like they did a little damage, but not bad. But I mean, let me show you a pretty leaf. I'm going to show you a pretty leaf. Well, let's pull off a big one and show you. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that a beautiful leaf? And I mean, chop that up and put it in your eggs, or chop it up and put it in your entree for dinner, or whatever you're having. Or just, I mean, you can eat it raw. We do. We have it with, our tomato and carrots and a little bit of salad dressing. It's delicious. But that's my main recommendation. But as these days get longer and it gets hotter here in Florida, then I'm trying to look for greens that will withstand our 90-some degree weather and, that high humidity. And I mean, it just takes things down. So I'm hoping that the Chinese spinach and the Japanese mustard will both do us well for the summer. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say to you, and I hope that you all have a great day. I hope you subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notifications. And I hope that the next time we're together, we're all well and happy and gardening. So take care. Garden what you've got. Bye-bye.